Hello friends, in this tutorial I will show you how to put a plush toy in a bobo balloon without special equipment and without cutting the balloon. So let's get started. First, I pre-inflate the bobo balloon and align it. I don't stretch the balloon beforehand, I immediately start inflating it. Start inflating the bobo balloon with an air generator, and as soon as you notice that the balloon has deformed, stop inflating and quickly twist the neck of the bobo balloon so that the air does not escape. Place the bobo balloon under your arm. The larger side should be at the back and the smaller one in front. Press down on the larger half of the bobo balloon. The air will begin to move into the smaller half and stretch the walls of the bobo balloon. Look, the balloon has taken the form of a capsule. The seam is not even, but the amount of air in both halves has become the same. This is what we need. Next, I will continue to inflate the bobo balloon using an air generator. Pay attention to the seam. You will see that the seam will be perfectly smooth, and the balloon will be symmetrical. In this tutorial, I use an 18-inch bobo balloon, but I would advise you to use 20-inch bobo balloons. They are a little more convenient and easier to work with. Now I cut off the nose of Bobo's balloon. I leave the nose about 4 fingers long. I cut off the rest completely. Next, I'll stretch the neck of Bobo balloon a little so that it's easier to put a toy in it. Place 2 fingers, 1 hand and 2 fingers, the other hand in the neck of the bobo balloon to the end of neck. Look carefully. The seam of the bobo balloon should be between the middle and index finger of each hand. In this case, the balloon does not tear along the seam. Now pull the neck of bobo balloon in different directions, and it will stretch perfectly. The bobo balloon is stretched, the neck of the bobo balloon is stretched too. Look again at how well the neck of bobo balloon has stretched. Any plush toy will fit there with ease and you won't have to cut the balloon. Now I'm going to fill the balloon with feathers. You need to add some air because the walls of the balloon have stuck together. You need to work with feathers very carefully. It is necessary that the feathers remain smooth, fluffy, do not stick together and do not break. That is why I first carefully collect the feathers with the tip in one direction. In terms of quantity, I have 100 or 120 medium-sized feathers. After I have collected all the feathers, they are very simply placed inside the balloon bobo. I place the feathers point forward. So, the feathers inside the balloon are all smooth, fluffy. I add a little air and put Bobo's balloon aside, and now I need to take care of the plush toy. I take a thin line, thread it into a needle. I thread a needle along the seam, inside the teddy bear's head, pull the needle out and then pull out one part of the line. I got 2 pieces of fishing line. I leave 2 pieces for strength. Align them and make 2 strong knots on the head of a teddy bear. If you thread a fishing line along the seam of the toy and tie to tight knots, then the fishing line will not be visible at all on the plush toy. Then I align both parts of the line, and tying a knot on top is for convenience. I would like to give you advice on choosing a toy. Choose soft toys that cannot be damaged by compression. The size of the teddy bear, which I will now place inside the Bobo balloon, 25 by 12 centimeters. I once again widen the neck of Bobo's balloon with my hands and begin to put the teddy bear inside the balloon. I put inside first one and then the second leg of the teddy bear in turn. Look, the legs are exactly inside the Bobo balloon. Now I'm expanding the neck of the balloon with both hands. I leave 2 thumbs free. It is with these fingers that I push the thick part of the toy inside the Bobo balloon. Then I put each teddy bear's paw inside the balloon in turn. Placing a balloon on the head of a teddy bear is the most difficult thing. This is the largest part of the toy in terms of volume. Please note that usually there are sharp elements on the head, such as the nose, eyes. Be careful that these elements do not damage the balloon. Usually, I cover these elements with the fingers of one hand, and with the other hand, I push the toy inside. Make sure that the fishing line is always outside the balloon. The bear cub hid inside the balloon. The balloon are not damaged, and now I will let air. Please note that you should not inflate the balloon larger than its factory size. Otherwise, the walls of the balloon will become thinner and lose their strength. When inflating the balloon, hold the fishing line outside. After I inflate the balloon, I gently pull or conversely lower the fishing line and adjust the height of the toy inside the balloon. After that, I scroll the balloon several times and very tight, fix it with a balloon for modeling. I will spin a modeling balloon several times around the neck of the Bobo balloon and make 2 tight knots. When tying the balloon Bobo, the fishing line interferes with me. I cut the fishing line and fix the Bobo balloon with a modeling balloon. Now I pull out the neck of Bobo balloon well, without touching the fishing line. Take a good look at how I do it. The neck of a Bobo balloon always stretches very well. After I stretch the neck, I make 2 tight knots. This is a guarantee that the air will definitely not come out of the Bobo balloon. I use a hatbox lid as a balloon stand. It's very convenient. Look, I have two lids, a small one with a diameter of 12 centimeters and a large one with a diameter of 18 centimeters. A larger diameter lid will be a better stand because the ball will be more stable in it. Then I measure out the required amount of satin ribbon. To make the composition in harmony, the color of the satin ribbon corresponds to the color of the feathers. I glue a piece of double-sided tape from the back of the hatbox exactly in the center. Then I define the central part of the satin ribbon and put it on top of the double tape. And now note that I will glue the two tapes crosswise, but with an offset. I do this so that the central part of the composition is clearly visible, and if you decide to paste a congratulatory inscription, there would be enough space for this. I place the balloon on the base and I put the first two satin ribbons along the seam of the bobo balloon to completely close the seams. The tapes should fit snugly to the balloon. I make 1 knot on both sides of the tail of the bobo balloon. Then I tie the second two ribbons. First, I make a simple knot on top, then I skip one part of the ribbon under the first, then I make a second knot. I cut each tip of the satin ribbon diagonally. Now I'm tying the tail of bobo balloon with a gorgeous bow, which bow can be bought in any marketplace. To make the bow hold better, I pass its tips under the satin ribbons and then tie it tightly. The composition is ready-made, light, durable, stable. Such a ball may not deflate for several months. It is very important to follow the rules of storage. The composition should not stand in direct sunlight and in a place where there is a very strong temperature drop. Thank you for watching us.